Hey guys, so Skelly in my last video pointed out something really cool with the reticle on Focus Strike. Basically, it'll change to the fully lit version depending on your distance to the wound or the pre-wound, irregardless of what it's looking at. So what do I mean by that? So if I'm too far from the wound, the reticle won't change. Once I get closer, the reticle changes to that, which is a good indicator that you can actually just press the Focus Strike button and hit it. If you're right at the edge, like right here, it's possible you'll actually miss it. Yeah, like that. So, but I found this is a pretty good gauge of when you can hit the Focus Strike, and I think it's actually the same for every weapon. So that distance in which the reticle actually changes is actually the same for every single weapon. My reasoning for that, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, we know from here, like right at the edge, it won't reach. What if I go a little closer? So there, we got the Focus Strike. So again, seeing that reticle is a good indicator that you're probably 95 to 96% confident that you're in range to hit the Focus Strike. Okay, so what was I saying earlier about the actual distance, right? So that distance in which it changes to the bright reticle doesn't matter what part you're looking at, as long as you're one, within distance, and two, looking at the wound, right? So I can actually look at the wound through this side part, and that's what I actually got wrong in my previous video. I thought it was just like it was looking through this gap and seeing the wound, but no, that's not true. And you can just kind of keep going in a radius around that wound, and you can see it still holds true. Of course, again, you have to satisfy the number one criteria, be close enough, and then you can just look at it, right? So I'm a little bit too far, so if I go a little closer here, so like this, and I can actually keep the reticle in that form, even when I'm looking through this hard part right here. And again, it's because one, I'm looking at the wound, and two, I'm close enough. Right? We can just go all the way around. We can see like it's a radius. See if I can do this smoothly out. So I already established that if you're within 95% of the max distance of this reticle glow, you will hit the Focus Strike. But so that got me wondering, can I hit through parts to land the Focus Strike with the reticle triggered? So something like this, if I did a Focus Strike here, could I land it? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to let the results speak for themselves. I'm just going to go through every weapon, test the Focus Strike through the hard wall and see if it can hit. Spoiler alert, some of the weapons can't do that. But if they can't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try hit the wound through this side wall instead. So the hitbox of my Focus Strike is going to make contact with this side part first, and then make contact with the wound here, and we'll see what happens. So let's just go through all the weapons, and I'm just gonna go off mute and just display my interpretation of the results on the top of the screen.